Good morning. Welcome back to Phil's Camping Reviews. My name is Phil. Another live video today in continuation of my diesel heater installation. Excuse me while I'll just grab a drink. It's a lot warmer today than it has been for quite a while. So, a bit sweaty. So I've been doing a bit of work today, but not what I was planning to do, as I mentioned in yesterday's video. So I'll just have a drink here. As I mentioned, we are live, so I'll just wait till there's a few come on board and then join in. So, there we go, we've got one finally on. How are you, whoever that is? Welcome aboard. A continuation for the diesel heater installation. Now, for those that watched yesterday, I mentioned that I will have a video out last night showing starting the installation of the diesel heater itself with the exhaust and their air intake. Now, if you remember, I mentioned that there was a safe, and I showed you yesterday. So someone thought it'd be a bright idea to put a full-on proper safe. You know, this is not just a toy, this is a proper safe that you see in the house was installed. And I said, and yesterday's video was kind of a video on deciding where to put everything. So I pretty well figured out now where everything is going. Excuse me. So I had two choices of where to put the diesel heater. If you remember yesterday, one was in one of my little storage cabinet here on the side with the door. Thank God I didn't have to put it in there, so I still can be able to use that as a pantry. And another one was in where that safe was. And I said, when I finished the live video, I said I'm going to remove the safe and then I'm going to start videoing, installing, and hopefully have that video out to you last night or this morning. Well, unfortunately that didn't happen because something else turned up. So I grabbed the keys to the safe and there was a bit of carpet on the bottom. And when I removed the carpet inside the safe, it was hiding some really nasty rusted bolts. There was 4. But they weren't the problem. I got them out fairly easy. And I removed the shelf to find that whomever installed that safe, doesn't surprise me, guys. With some of the lack of maintenance I've found on this, that they didn't decide to waterproof it, did they? Where the bolts go in. So, yeah, as you can imagine, over the years, water has got inside. Hi, Grant, how you going? So, now, let me explain the flooring. The flooring is, let me see if I've got a bit of offcut somewhere of the flooring. There's a round bit that I drilled out. I think I left it on the table here. Here it is. So the flooring on my camper, it's another piece on the ground if I can get it. I can't even see it. I won't worry about the other piece. It consists a bit of ply with some lino, really nice lino on the top, timber look, very good quality. And it's got I noticed the lino is kind of about 2 mils thick, 2.5 mil thick, and it's got a bit of a soft filling on it, which is awesome. But you can see it's got a bit of ply there, around 6-7 mil ply with about 2 or 3 mils of lino. And then it's got a metal base, a floor, which sits under here. And unfortunately, when I drilled it out, it came out there. And by the way, yeah, good, Tim, it's going well. And by the way, that drill bit did, using some cutting compound, did indeed cut through that metal plate. It's on the, I don't know what it must be, galvanized steel or something, it looks like. In good condition, thank God. But when I removed that safe, as I mentioned yesterday, and they didn't use no attempt to waterproof, stop water from getting in. So obviously water's got through those bolts. And if you can see, the ply is water damaged. So I had to spend yesterday afternoon and this morning repairing that. So I've just finished the repair. So what I did is I cut the ply out. I had to use my oscillating saw. In fact, I didn't own an oscillating saw, guys. I've never owned an oscillating saw before. And I went and purchased one early this morning. And boy, I tell you what, if you don't have an oscillating saw, do yourself a favour and go get one. What an amazing tool. What an amazing tool. It turned a really potential nasty job into like a 5-minute job, cutting out that piece of flooring that was water damaged. So I've got a heap of bit of ply around here. I painted it black and I cut it to shape. And I've just kind of a temporary thing at the moment. One day I'd like to pull out the whole timber floor and replace, not timber floor, plywood. One day I'll take the whole lot out. It's only in the back section. It looks to be fairly easy, particularly with the oscillating saw that I purchased this morning. And it looks easy to do. And just replace the whole lot and put a new lino flooring on the top. So that be in the future. So for now, I've kind of done something temporary. So I've got a bit of ply and I've put it in there. And now I've used some contact adhesives, nothing too strong. So it's now sitting in there. And what I did do is I drilled the hole, as I mentioned, and I siliconed this in place with high temp silicone that came with the kit, the installation kit that I purchased, that came with a better quality of this. It was a better quality of this one there. Now also, I said a couple of things yesterday that was concerning to me a little bit about the 5 kilowatt. And I since found out last night, because I contacted the guys out at AU Focus. I sent them an email. Interesting, last week they had a phone number on their website. Yesterday I was going to call them and they had no phone number, so that's a bit strange. So the only way to get in contact now is to email them, and I emailed them around lunchtime, I think, just not long after I got off the live air, and they got back to me about 8:30 last night. Now, I mentioned one part about the difference between the 2 kilowatts that they sell and the 5 kilowatt that I got. The 5 kilowatt is a second generation, known as a model as a ML. The later ones that they sell of the 2 kilowatts are 4th generation. They're called MZ. If you watched yesterday, I spoke about that yesterday. So I mentioned that I had found out that I didn't have a sort of a temperature setting where I could set the temperature and it'll get to that temp and switch off, and when it gets 2 degrees below, It then switches back on and then goes back up to the temperature and so on. It just recycles. Now, yes, I was correct. The 5 kilowatt version, the ML that they sell, doesn't have that feature. But I was wrong in thinking that they did not have something similar. So they do have something similar. They do. And I spoke to the guys about it at AU Focus and he explained to me the difference. So I'm quite happy with it now. They did give me an option if I wanted that feature where it switches on and off. In hindsight, I still would have liked that feature. I think it would have been awesome. So if I was to do it again last week, I would have ordered the 2 kilowatt one and got that one instead. Only because of that feature. And to be honest, I think the 2 kilowatt would have been enough. Definitely would be enough for inside. Although, I don't know. It's going to be interesting when I start going camping in some really cold climates to see, because remember, half of what I got here, more than half, is still all canvas. And so there's exposure on the side where the cold air can get in and so on. So I still think the 5 kilowatts is the right choice for me. Plus it was a lot cheaper too. You can't always, ignore that, eh? Than the 2 kilowatt ones. And it's got, similar to the 2 kilowatt ones, it's got all the good componentry, all the, everything all done up. So the only difference basically is the heater itself, the ECU in it, and the panel, the touchscreen panel on it. Well, they're not touchscreen, but you know what I mean, the LCD panel. So that's the only difference, and I think the rest is pretty well similar, very similar. Good quality mufflers, etc. Now, so there's 3 modes. There's a, what do they call it? It's a warm-up, hang on. Let me get it. Installation, use the manual. Let's bring all the manuals out, shall we? Oh, we haven't got as many on live today as there was. Am I working? Are we working? I haven't seen anything come up in the chat for quite some time. Is this working? Now we go in the diesel heater user manual just so I memorise what these 3 modes called. So if you do get this one, and it's got, okay, so that's what the panel looks like. That's the LCD panel. So it looks pretty good to me. I reckon that's awesome. So it's got a warm air mode. Now I mentioned this yesterday. I did mention these yesterday. And I did mention about the air conditioning mode. So I'm kind of verifying that, yes, it does work. I wasn't sure yesterday if it had the air conditioning mode, because I was under the assumption you don't always believe what you read on YouTube, Facebook, etc. Okay, so I've given some information there earlier yesterday that led me to believe that might have only been a warm air mode where you got 5 settings and that's it. But no, there's as I mentioned yesterday, there is the 3 modes indeed. You got your warm air mode, which is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 being the fastest, 1 being the slowest. And you do have that air conditioning mode. And the air conditioning modes, this allows you to set a temperature between 10 and 35 degrees Celsius and will automatically increase and decrease fan and heat to reach your target temperature automatically. So it doesn't switch off as the MZ ones. So it does remain on. So it goes down to a low. When it reaches the temperature, it goes down to low and it just heats up, goes up and down as need be. And I think that's fine. That's fine. I'm prepared. I'll accept that. That's fine. I would have liked the MZ one where it did switch off. That would have been awesome. But hey, them's the breaks. It did give me an option. I could send it back. and replace it for a 2 kilowatt MZ. But I thought, after explaining to me that it does have, I thought it does have a thermostatically controlled diesel heater in it. I thought, mate, I live so far. If I was just down the road, I'd jump in the car, I'd go down, exchange it, come back, and all be then happy. But, these guys are in Melbourne. Fortunately, Australia's a huge country, and I'm just not prepared to send it back. It would end up costing me a fortune. I know they'll probably send the other one back to me for free, but from here, a little town like this, when we send packages out, we get charged an arm and a leg. Okay, the costs would have been way out, and you'd be lucky to find a freight that would send it. You'd be lucky. Although Australia Post, it did arrive via Australia Post, so I suppose I could have sent it by Australia Post, but that would have cost a fortune, I think. So I said, leave it be. And he did tell me, he says, try it, see how you go, and see if you're happy with it. If you're not, let me know. So maybe he's willing to, maybe I could upgrade it with the new panel and have that start-stop feature. We'll see what happens. But I'm not willing to switch them around and go for that. And also, for yous out there, I know there's a few yous out there considering which one should I buy. Honestly, my recommendation, it's hard to say 100% because, to be honest, guys, I've never used one. I've never seen one in action. So this is all new to me. So I'm just going by talking to people, the guys at AU Focus, contacting them by email last night, and he sent me a phone number too, so I will be able to call him if need be. So, yeah. Where was I up to? I forgot. My brain went dead. I got a brain fade. What was I talking about? Hey, where's Luke? Are you on? Lukey Reed? I haven't seen you say hello yet. Not as many on today, but I know as most people will watch the replay later on. So what was I talking about before? Oh yeah. If you've got a caravan that's fairly sealed, and it's a later model caravan, even if it's up to 22, 25 foot, and it's fairly new, because they're well insulated, a 2 kilowatt is all you need. So I'll recommend to definitely go for the 2 kilowatt, particularly the MZ one, the 4th generations, with that feature it starts and stops. I think that's really, really good. I think if you're in an older caravan or you're in a pop-up, I'd say, depending on the size of the caravan and depending where you go camping, does it snow, does it go below freezing or whatever, apart from those reasons, I'd say still stick with the 2 kilowatt unit. Go for it. But if you're a Queenslander, you don't like the cold weather and you still want to go camping and you want to go to Snowies or somewhere like that, I probably would go for the 5 kilowatt as I have. Because especially if you've got this awesome main annex that I've got set up here off my camper trailer, fully enclosed, all the walls, and it's even got a skirt. I haven't got it set up now, but there's skirt that goes along the side of the camper. So this is fully enclosed, and I can roll up one of the side windows there, And I'll have it pouting away at 5 kilowatts. I reckon it might heat up this area here as well. So, hi Terry, how you going? Yeah, not as many on here as there was yesterday. So, yeah, so I reckon it will. So, yeah, they're my advice. It's unfortunate they don't do the 5 kilowatts in the MZ version. I think they did, but they're out of stock. G'day, Terry, how are you? Yep, how are you, Terry? How you going? So, unfortunately, today, that's why I have not got a... Hang on, I bought some nuts out. I've got to eat some nuts. So, unfortunately, boiled peanuts. I wonder if these are from Kingaroy, from Steve's territory. Grunski's by the river. I bought them at Grunski's by the river in town. Grunski's a bit of a... It used to be a fish and chip shop. Well, they used to be mainly a place you go to buy fresh fish as they just come off the trawlers, and you still do. You can buy fresh fish and prawns, mussels, all kinds of seafood, crabs and all that. And they sell these boiled peanuts there. I don't know where they're from. High probability they're from Kingaroy. They taste like it. They have the best boiled peanuts, don't they, Kingaroy? Terry, for the Kingaroy Showgrounds, great spot. Are you at Kingaroy now? If you are, get the boiled peanuts from there. Yummy. Beautiful. So that's my recommendation. So I might take you inside shortly in the camper, show you what I've done to fix that floor issue. I've got to wait for the glue. Or do I? I don't know. I might have to wait for the glue and the silicone, well, particularly the silicone. I should wait till that all dries, till tomorrow, before I can mount. Hi back, Terry. Look around. Tim is a fantastic place, so much to do and see there at Kingaroy. Really? I mustn't have stayed long enough at Kingaroy. One good thing Kingaroy's got nearby that I like a lot. Usually when I'm out that way, I just drive through Kingaroy. So I've never really stopped to have a look at Kingaroy. But I used to go out to the Bunya Mountains a fair bit. It's beautiful up there. But it's a national park. And I don't know if I will attempt to tow this camper trailer up that mountain. That is one hell of a steep road, let me tell you. That I do remember. I don't even think they recommend you to tow anything up there. You can't tow anything to get up to Bunya Mountains. Especially a caravan. Atherton Tablelands. Not the Atherton Table. Or I didn't think it was too bad. Last time I was in Cairns, Yep, they are really nice. These peanuts. Last time I was in Cairns, I drove from Cairns up to what's that village called up the top of Cairns that you can get there by train or you can get there by chairlift. I've done those as well. I can't remember what it's called, but the village up there, and I drove there from Cairns. And that was a fairly steep road. But what a beautiful place. I tell you what, what's it called? Kuranda? Kuranda. Is it Kuranda? So, Upper Kuranda. I've been there twice now. Once I went for a day trip. I went by train, the scenic train, and come back by chairlift. What an awesome experience. If you're scared of heights, I don't recommend to do it, at least not the chairlift, because you're up really high. And I was with my brother. It was so funny, because he was scared of heights. Every time you heard a noise, oh shit, it's going to fall down. Oh no, it's going to fall down. He was saying, well, I said, don't worry about it, it's fine. Just enjoy, look down. No way. So funny. Then I went back another time where I drove up. Boy, what a different experience it is going there when there's no tourists around. Amazing. So much better. It wasn't crowded. I swear, the markets there, it's actually even, the markets there even actually dropped the prices on a lot of the stuff that they sell there when the tourists are gone. So it's well worthwhile. Yep, got to go, Phil. Catch up tonight. Yep, no worries. Thanks for joining in, Tim. So, totally different. We just had free roam. Stuff was cheaper. There was no big lineups and buy any food or anything. So, if you go when all the tourists are, lots of people around, I swear the prices are up higher. So, and I had that was the day, that was just before I got into rooftop tents. In fact, that trip is what got me into rooftop tents. So I started to find it very difficult, extremely difficult, to lift up my Oz tent up on top of my Pajero. I had no problems when I used to own the Vitara because it was a lot lower. But the Pajero is a lot higher. So that trip just about killed me, my back. So the first thing I did when I came back is I sold the rooftop tent. And that's when I got into, no, not the rooftop tent. No. Have I mounted the heater yet? No. That's why I wasn't planning on doing a live video today, but I wanted to update you because I didn't get the video out last night like I said I would. I don't know if you watched the live video from yesterday morning where I said that I've decided I'm going to install the heater where the safe is under the lounge chair. And I said I've got to remove the heater, not the heater, the safe. And I found a bit of a poor workmanship when they installed the safe. There's 4 bolts and they didn't seal it. So obviously at some stage water's come in from underneath, went in the top and went in. So my camper, it's got a bit of ply on the floor at the back with the lino, timber look-alike lino, and underneath here it's got the metal, what looks like a galvanized plate. Fairly sturdy, quite strong, very heavy duty. Very impressed how this is made and built. But as you can see, water damage. So I had to cut out a big section of the flooring, 76 centimeters by 23. So I tried to cut it out yesterday, couldn't get it out. So I had to go uptown this morning and purchase a oscillating saw. Oh shit! I just dropped all my peanuts and they're all over the floor. Shit. Bloody hell. So I bought this. I've never owned one before and I never used one before. And I tell you what. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What an awesome toy. I don't know why I never owned one. Man, literally 5 minutes. Literally 5 minutes. I got that sheet out. So I measured it up, got me saw, cut up a new one. And I've mounted that inside the camper. So I stuck it down, but I've got to put some screws through it as well. So that's stuck down. And I put that better quality alloy mounting plate. That came with the installation, the separate installation kit that I purchased. So I put that down with high temp silicon. So that's all clamped up with heavy weights on it, waiting for it to dry. And that won't be until tomorrow, probably tomorrow afternoon, 24 hours, which works fine because tomorrow morning I'm going with some of my niece and nephew. I'm going to take them to the botanical gardens and we're going to go feed duckies with my sister tomorrow morning. Then it's school holidays. So that's why I haven't started to install yet. So that will be happening at this stage, looks like tomorrow afternoon. Although, because I do need to, I got this plate here. Which I will, this is something I can work on. This plate gets attached underneath the diesel heater. Bolts on through these 4 bolts. And then these get attached. Okay, that's the input for the air. And that's the output for the exhaust. So these get attached in there and screwed on. So you do that outside the camper. And then the whole unit, you just push the piping through the hole, bang, go in the hole. I've got to add the fuel lines as well and the power as well, cables. Bang, and then 4 bolts or screws, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know what I'll use. I'm going to see what's supplied in the installation kit, which is probably what I'm going to do very shortly after I have some lunch. And I might grab the camera and at least start putting that together. And then tomorrow, after I return, I'm going to Botanic Gardens. All I've got to do then is just drop that in place, and 4 screws or 4 bolts, whatever's supplied in the kit. So, yeah. So, let's go and, well, if you look at the installation manual, I know we briefly went over it yesterday. I've always said I'm not going to rush into this job. I'm going to take me time, spend a bit of time on the filming, and let you guys know. So basically, we've completed step 1. Oh yeah, by the way, that saw, yeah, using some cutting compound spray, no problems. It cut. I just took me time. It cut through that metal plate, the metal base of my camper. So there's a nice big 105mm hole in my camper. So that is done. We did step 1. Step 2 is also completed. Step 3 is completed. And the next thing to do is step 4, which I will be Hi Maria. Who's Maria? That's not my sister Maria, is it? And this I'll be filming with my good camera. And that will be edited and uploaded. So the installation of it is going to be filmed, you know, and edited. So this is the part what I might do this afternoon. Step 4, Step 5, Step 6, Step 7, Step 8. So I reckon I'll be able to get up to Step 8 today. And then tomorrow afternoon I should be able to Step 9, 10, 11, at least 11. Then after that, we've got Step 12. How many steps it got? It goes right up to oh, 22 steps. Some of these steps will be pretty quick. So I'll have to read through this later this afternoon. And I reckon I'll be able to start. I reckon I'll turn this off shortly, go have something to eat, and make a start on this. But you get them. You get another. I haven't shown this one yet. This is the one that was inside the packet that had the wiring looms. And this is an interesting manual. It really goes in details in some ways how. So it's got more guidelines in here. It's got full schematics of the electrics, the diesel pump, the diesel motor it shows, where it shows the full schematics of that, what it looks like. Fault finding codes, it's got maintenance, repairs, operating method, installation, service conditions, etc. So for example, some of you, I don't know if you've heard, when it comes to involved with the pump, the fuel pump, it needs to be mounted on an angle as such. I don't know why. Between a 15 to 35 degree angle. So we'll be covering that when that's done, when we're underneath the camper. There's no way I'm going to be able to get my really, really good camera underneath the camper. So I've got a little pocket camera that I should be able to use and film when I'm underneath and show you what's happening. But it's got like proper schematic drawings, exact measurements of everything. Structure, diagram, the pump, completely dismantled, suggestions on where to install, diagram of accessories installation structure. So that's basically what it will look like when it's completed. Shows where all the components goes. So you got to prime it as well. There's instructions on how to prime it. So what that means is you have to prime the fuel, because in my case I'm going to have probably at least 6 meters of fuel line. I'll be using the whole fuel line that is supplied with this 6 meters to reach where I'm going to put the fuel tank. Maintenance. Okay, so got steps of maintenance, how to use a voice LCD. I don't know why they call it a voice LCD. I don't think you can actually talk to it and it talks back to you like your phone does. It's funny. I was at a shop this morning, Total Tools, picking up my new oscillating saw. And I don't know, the guy said something, asked a question, and the Siri on my phone answered it. Bizarre. Didn't even say, hey Siri or anything like that. It just out of the blue answered his question that he asked. We all cracked up. We thought it was so funny. It was a bit embarrassing. Quite often my phone does that. Did you get a room for walking the deck? I got no idea what you guys are talking about. Don't we all talk to inanimate objects, characters? So you must be chatting amongst yourselves. One thing more I want to talk about was talking about the air conditioning mode. Okay. With the M1 version that I've got, when you set the air conditioning mode, the owner of the company, AU Focus, that I chatted with last night, told me that, yeah, you set the, say, for example, you set the temperature to 21. No, probably 23. Probably about that what I'll set it to and see how it goes. Once it reaches 23, then it slows right down. And then it won't pick up speed again until it drops about 5-6 degrees below 21 or 23, which should be about 18, 17 or so. Or if you set it to 25, it'll drop down to about 20, 19 degrees. And then it'll run at a faster speed, more heat output until it reaches your set temperature and goes like so. So, yeah. Whereas you get the MZ one, the 4th generation, which is only available in the 2 kilowatt size from AU Focus. It's got that mode where if I set it to 23, it reaches 23, it completely turns off. Still kind of on in the background, the sensors, the LCD screen, etc. But as soon as the temperature drops down to 21, it'll start the pump up. Not the pump. Well, it'll start the pump, fuel pump. But it'll start the diesel heater. Will automatically turn on by itself and then run until it reaches 23. I would have loved that feature. I would have loved it. I'm going to see what it involves in upgrading this to have that feature. I think it's a matter of changing the ECU and the LCD screen. I did a little bit of research into it, and I don't know if the ECU is just unpluggable, you just take it out, or you just solder a couple of wires on it, which I got no problems doing. They're actually showing a picture of the LCD that you get with the MZ model. So that's what it looks like. So it's a greatly more advanced one. I don't know if you can see that. Okay. So that's the one you get. The MZ models, 4th generation. And the 2 kilowatt versions. So mind you, they are a lot more expensive. So guys, right, let me show you what I've done inside. And we'll grab the camera. Actually, bear with me. I'm going to pick up these nuts that I've dropped all my nuts on the floor. Before the ants gets to them. If you want to have a look, do you want to see the nuts? They fell off the table. Lucky there's no ants around here. It's so freaking annoying that this happened. So pissed off. When I went to grab the oscillating saw before, I dropped all the nuts. The nuts fell off the table. Damn, they got bits of grass in amongst all the nuts. I'm too old to do this shit. Is there any more nuts? That's all the nuts. And guess what? I'm still going to eat them, even though they've got grass in there. Because they got a shell around them. Make sure I never drop that again. Tank. So there's the... And the teeth. No damage. So yes, they do cut still. But I'll tell you what. I don't think it'll cut still thicker than what I just cut through. So it's a beauty. Originally I thought I was going to, for a week, I thought I was going to install it in there. But nah, I'm so happy I still got this storage space. And I've got, does anyone want to have a quick look at my camper? And I got this storage here. I could use this like a little plate. Let me know if you want me to take you a quick tour of the camper. This is inside. A bit messy at the moment because, as you're aware, I'm doing work. Look at that. It's a hole. Yep, Luke wants to have a look. That's the hole for the diesel heater. So you can see the new flooring that they put in there. This is inside my camper. As you can see, got all the windows around, got the light switches. So there's a 15 centimetre inner spring mattress, queen size, and a 7 centimetre, I kid you not, memory foam mattress. And underneath there's about a 1/2 inch condensation mat under it as well. So that's where the diesel heater's going. So the air intake will go out here. The output to blow the hot air will come out about here somewhere. Yep, pretty much in the centre here. So this is a lounge chair, which will also be made into a bed. You see the mattress there, and that's the back for it. And there's a smaller lounge chair, which can also be made from the bed by laying that one on the side. Over here, I can turn on internally the DC power and for the lights for the LED. And you got Anderson plugs there and cigarette lighters plugs as well. Over here we've got a storage cabinet in there. You can see it's pretty long. All storage underneath here as well. All the electronics set up is all on that side. Battery chargers. 2 100 amp hour lead crystal batteries in there, which I think is original to this. So they're about 6 years old. So let's have a look. Okay, this is the awning that comes off the back, because this is a Quattro, so the Quattros do have this awning off the back, which is great because it's a rear entry. So a folding floor. 2 water tanks. This one here is a 80 litre. It rained last night. So that's an 80 litre underneath there. Another 120 litre stainless steel tanks. So 2 stainless steel tanks. So combination 200 litres of water. It's got gas output, hot water. Well, that could be the hot. No, that'd be hot water output, cold water output. Obviously stabilising legs. Heavy duty shackles. Okay. Same on this side. This is a heavy duty. Alright, this is heavy duty. Over here is the kitchen. On roller bearings. So I just pull that out. Excuse what I'm saying, you know what I mean. So I extend the kitchen. Oh gosh, that sounds even worse. Far out. I move the kitchen out, and I've got a 4-burner Thetford gas stove, and it works awesome. And I've got a full-on kitchen with a mixer with hot water on tap. And over here, this is where I showed you inside. Sorry, it's dark. Where I showed you inside, I've got access there. That's all this area here, where that door is. Over here is where all the poles, ropes, etc. goes, pegs and all so on. This one here is another pantry. Okay, so I've got another huge pantry there. This one opens up. Alright. This all pulls out. This opens up. huge storage in there. And I've got the fridge freezer. So it just pulls out. So we go around a bit more here. 2 4.5 kilo, 4 kilo gas bottles. That's the output for my shower for the hot water system, which I will show you. So let's go around. Oh, and of course, 2 annexes are supplied with this. There's a touring annex, which zips on to that section there. Underneath there, there's another zip along there, and you've got a quick setup touring annex. So if you're just stopping somewhere for a quick stop and you want an annex over here, then you just set up the touring annex, because then you only got just basically 2 or 3 poles, and it's all set up. Where this one here, you've got quite a number of poles, as you can see, to set this up. But it covers a huge area. And I do have walls that go all along here, all here, and all that. This is all fully enclosed. Okay? And I do have a skirt that goes all the way. It fully covers all of this. Obviously, they've got zips. You open this up to pull your kitchen out. But it closes in all of that. Hence why it's got the Velcro over here. So there's more cold water outlet, hot water outlet, which is loose. Need to mount that back in there. Gas fitting. So that's for the kitchen. So let's go. Oh, see the Velcro all along the edge, the whole lot. I got a huge PVC tub flooring that Velcros onto all of that. So this here is fully enclosed. So let's go back. Drawbar, DO35 Hedge, ARC 750. That's a brand new one. Brand spanking new. Replaced the other one under warranty. The other one was faulty. I'm going to do a video on... Actually, I think I did do a video on it. I did a video on it. I haven't edited it yet. So wait till that video comes, why that was replaced. So I even showed an installation video how to install it. Over here, a toolbox. But I got something interesting in here. Let me tell you. There is a full-on 12 volt, 240 volt hot water system. That is a OSJ 12 240 volt Duetto 10 litre hot water system. It will heat, I'm actually going to turn it on shortly. It'll heat water up to 70 degrees Celsius. And you see the piping, I designed all this, done all the pipe work on this. You see there's a mixer there set on 35, which outputs down the bottom, runs along here, bang, right to that fitting there. So water will come out at 38 degrees, whatever I set that at. Water will emerge out of this, through that, all the time at 38 degrees. So if you've got 10 litres of 70 degrees Celsius of water in there, you can see on the right, it's cold water intake. You see that on the right, there's a hot water intake. You've got a T intersection there. That's the output, hot water. That goes to the mixer for the kitchen as well. So these are all using John Guest fittings. I will be doing a video all about this when I go camping next. And it is awesome. So I've got hot water on tap. All I've got to do is flick a switch and I've got hot water. 2 jerry cans. As I mentioned, I've got my own little Bowser pump. So I can pull up beside it my Pajero. Or I'm going to have the 7, I'm going to also have the 7 litre. I'm going to have the 7 litre diesel, for the diesel heater, stainless steel tank right here. I don't have to take these jerry cans out and pick them up to refuel anything. I got my own little Bowser pump that runs on AA batteries, and I just pump the diesel in here or pump it into my Pajero. So you can see tropical roof. See that? What's known as a tropical roof. So 2 layers on the roof, got another roof on top of the roof there to help keep the heat down inside, and it does work. So it helps protect the rain and keeps the heat out, because you see there's a huge air gap. I don't need to set any of this up. This is all set up automatically when I set it up. Guard, mud guard, whatever you want to call it. It's got all that. It's got a winch, like a boat winch. So you just winch it and it sets up. So over here is a storage. I can fit anything I want in here. All right. And as you can see, pull this out. Solar panels, alloy box worth of sorted stuff. I don't know what's in there now. 240 volt lead, the 15 amp one, toilet. So another storage area. So this is a bag with the rest of the poles in it. You got some extra storage here as well. There's some pegs there, etc. There's a little handsaw there, some wheel chucks, and also in the middle there, it's accessible by that door that's on the inside that I showed you before. This is at the back of the kitchen. So you've got a little bit of storage here as well, as you can see. So fuel tank filler, not fuel, water. External Anderson plug. This is the electronics. Go in here and I can turn. Okay, so that's turned on now. So battery's on, tank's on 96%. Battery's on 13.2 volts because I charged it overnight. I'll leave it open actually. And this is the rear wheel carrier with 2 spares. And as you can see, you can put a tongue in here as well. You could put a bike carrier in here, which is probably what I wouldn't mind doing one day, so I could put my mountain bike on there. Got a boat loader here as well, which is adjustable the height. There's another one up the front here, you can't see right now. That folds up, so you can put canoes or anything like that, or even a tinny on the top. Bridgestone Desert Jeweler, all terrains, 265 65 17 inch. You can see there's some fresh grease there. I've only just recently replaced the bearings for good quality Japanese bearings. Independent suspension with coil springs and 2 shockeys on each side. So there's 4 shockeys on this, even though there's only 2 wheels. There's 4 shockeys on there. So I don't know, let's see if you can have a gander under here. Now if you can see the 2 shockeys on either side, both independent of each other. So, yeah. So there she is. That's my camper. And to turn this on, this hot water system, let me turn the pump on first to make sure it's full of... Well, actually, I'll turn it on later. You'll see this in a video. I'm going to film a video on this when I go camping. So, you see all zip, the window. So there you go. And of course the rear entry. So that's it. We went on a bit longer than I thought we were going to be. That's alright. I might knock off now, and I'm gonna go have a quick lunch. It's probably well after midday by now. So go have a quick lunch and waiting for that to dry so I can put it together. But I'm going to start assembling the components onto the diesel heater and film that this afternoon, and then edit that and get it uploaded tonight for you, or late this evening. So till then, we might call it at that. And thanks for joining. How long were we on for? 67 minutes. Awesome. So the journey continues. The installation continues. It's quite fun, I'm enjoying it, but I tell you what though, can't wait to turn it on and try it. But hello Magpie, he's checking out my camper. Oh, he's actually coming inside. Here, want this? So it's only the empty shell. They're very friendly, the magpies here. Beautiful bird they are. I love when they sing. Absolutely awesome. So it's just wandering around inside here. Just don't shit on the canvas. So, talking about, I need to go. I'm a bit busting. So, I'm going to get off now. I'm going to do a quick dunny run. Drop the kids off at the pool. And have a quick lunch. And then get the camera out. Start putting this together. And then leave that be to dry. It's all the glue and the silicone to dry in there. And then come back tomorrow and then actually install the diesel heater in. So we'll film that tomorrow afternoon. So it's starting to happen tomorrow. So things are starting to get screwed. Oh well, I did put that flange in there. So there's one part out of this kit has gone into. It took me a couple of days, but I got one part. Not to worry. Okay, well, thanks for joining, So I'll catch you later. Keep an eye out for an edited video tonight. Hello, Magpie. Right next to me. So, cheers. Till then, Bye. Look after yourself, Go out, enjoy yourself. Go camping. Be kind to everyone. Most important, be kind to everyone. And there's the button almost by... Yeah, see you, Luke. can't wait to catch up with you, Luke, in person. It's going to be awesome. Right, see yous all. Till next time, eh? Bye.